Hello everyone, today we'll be unboxing Japanese aircraft carrier Shinano in 1/700th scale from Fujimi, and this is a part of their Fujimi NEXT line, so it's the pre-colored parts one. So, on the side, we have concrete deck version and dark deck version, I'm pretty sure that's what it says. And then we have the aircraft that it comes with, along with the Ohka kamikaze plane. We have a painted version, but also has stickers. On the side, we have a rendering for what the colors we have here. We have light gray, greenish blue, dark green, dark blue, that's like latex blue, black, hull red, gold, very dark green, gold or yellow, yellow, and then smoke gray. So yeah, this is a lot of parts, a lot of like colors in here. And this is like the special concrete deck version, it says, and this is just the sticker they put on there. Let's open this and take a look at what we have in here. So, moving the parts aside, let's first take a look at these two. So, here is the parts lineup, and you have some history for the Shinano back here, and you also have the replacement part lists down there. And here's all your parts. You have the A, which is the two hulls. Then you have the ship hull body, and that is this thing. The H is the deck. F is the hangar. G is the internal parts. All the other stuff is just small details. Okay, let's take a look at the instructions that we're doing on this one. So, first things first, you're putting the two hulls together like this. Then you put the bottom hull on along with the propeller shaft. Then you add the forward and back platforms along with some supports. A lot of side platforms and anti-aircraft guns go on. And then you have the option to sticker or paint it, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, that's how you put the sticker on. Then you have the hangar, and you can put whatever you want in the hangar, which is really cool. Like, you can put the plane in the hangar. Yeah, and then you built these little planes right here. On the other side, we put additional side platforms and more anti-aircraft guns on. Then that's a lot of supports. Then you put more side platforms on this side, the starboard side, and then you build the superstructure with the slanted funnel, classic Japanese slanted funnel. Then you put that on, you put that on the stand, and you're finished. And then here's some additional parts for like to make it even better detailed, and that's pretty nice. Okay, now let's fold this up and let's take a look at the sprues. Okay, so the first thing we have here is we have the decals. The decals are on this reflective printing thing, which is pretty sweet. You have the main, like the stripe for the hull, like the stripe on the deck. And then you have the green camouflage for the side. It's going to be pretty interesting to put on. Yeah, actually very interesting to put this thing on. You have some wooden board looking thingy. And then you have some of this dark brown stuff. I'm not exactly sure what that is. But yeah, this looks pretty sweet. Okay, now let's take a look at these sprues. So the first sprue we have here is a pretty big one. These are the two hull sides, and this is on the A sprue. Panel lines on here look very nice. We have the ridges, and then these are slightly raised. You have the back part, because since it's a Yamato-class battleship hull, you have the place where they store the boats back there. And you have a lot of these little holes just to put all the parts through. It's pretty sweet. Okay. Next sprue is the in sprue, and the in sprue is the small additional details, and the in sprue has some binoculars, machine guns, and steps. The Q sprue has 3 aircraft. You have an option to cut the original landing gear off and replace it with the landing gear that comes with. It's pretty sweet. Next, we have the main hull. I'm pretty sure this is a Yamato, the same tooling for their Yamato hull. Wait, it's a Shinano hull, but again, it's pretty big since the Yamato-class was really big. And pretty detailed. You have the seacocks on the bottom, and then you have the openings for the propeller shafts. And yeah, it's very well shaped. There's not like any bad mold lines on here. That's pretty nice. Next sprue are the 2 V sprues. So let's take this thing out and take a look at what we have in here. So the V sprues, we have some of the anti-aircraft rockets, the radio antennas, the bases for the guns, as well as 2 boats, and then an anchor, and then some machine guns, and some more Type 25mm morale boosters. So then you get 2 of them, and these are the V sprues. Next sprue is the P sprue, and you get some additional aircraft with this one. Not sure exactly what planes this is, and they all look the same. Okay, more interestingly, we have the R sprue. The R sprue has a lot of orange aircraft on there, but for some reason the tooling did not go through so well in this time, and there's a lot of flash on this. I don't know why you'd paint your planes orange. Isn't that like a big target to get them shot down? But, I don't know. Okay. These are the M sprues. The M sprues contain additional small details, which are the machine guns and some binoculars. And these are like the optional parts. Like if you want to make it super detailed, you can have it. If you don't, just don't put it on. Next one we're taking a look at is the K sprue. And the K sprue has 2 versions of the rudder. You can have the Yamato rudder or the Shinano rudder. And then you have the mini rudder in the back, the propeller shafts. That's pretty nice. I forgot that the Yamato has really short propeller shafts. But that's pretty cool. Next, we have the C sprue. Let's take that out. The C sprue is the superstructure. The superstructure building. And it's molded in a darker green. Panel lines and doors look very nice on here. There's the C sprue, so let's put that back in there. Okay, so this is the W sprue, and the W sprue has a lot of supports all over it. It has the side stuff for all of the platforms, as well as some mast-looking thingy. And you also have some paravanes on there. So on the flip side. Yeah, so this is just all supports. I'm not going to open this. Don't want to lose any parts. Okay. Next one we're taking a look at is the L sprues. And the L sprues are the 4 big propellers. And the Yamato-class has really big propellers. As well as the Imperial Chrysanthemum right on there in the front. Sweet. Okay, this is the T sprue. The T sprue has the stand bases as well as the funnel cap. Next sprue we're going to take a look at is the J sprue. And the J sprue has platforms and walls for the hull. So for the anti-aircraft platforms and the forward part and the rear part. Yeah. And those all have machine guns put on them and get supports. Next we're taking a look at is the E sprue. And the E sprue has some additional machine guns and davits molded in dark green. So they're basically letting you build the camouflage because it's in 2 colors. Next one, the Z sprue has the aft deck and the forward deck so the forward part is the anchors and the back part's the boats. They removed the seaplanes because it's a carrier now. It doesn't need to carry seaplanes anymore. The D sprue is an additional dark one, and it has all the dark parts for the camouflage. So this is the side of the superstructure, as well as some additional supports and some platforms for the anti-aircraft guns. Holy crap, how many sprues does this have? There's like, the box is still half full. Next is the B sprues. The B sprues contain the additional parts for the superstructure, vents, the funnel, mast, radar, boats, and some radar-looking thingy, as well as the top for the top of the bridge. Sweet. Next sprue is the G and Y sprues. These are anti-aircraft gun platforms for the side, and this is the forward crest, and you can put the Imperial Chrysanthemum on there. This is the stand, pretty basic stand, nothing important. This is the base of the stand, or this is the top of the stand, again, standard for all Fujimi kits, nothing special. Here we have the deck. Let me take that out real quick. The deck is no longer wood, you can tell. It's, I think it was concrete, or it might have been, it was armored and it had latex on it. But the latex would crack often because it was cold. Or that might have been something just on the tie. Oh, never mind. But you have the elevators. You have two elevators, one in the aft, one in the front. And then you have a lot of arresting cables on here. And you also have the forward ramp, or the blowback wind cover to prevent the thrust from the takeoff and blowing everything back. And you have some pinholes on the bottom for attaching it to the hull. Next sprue we're going to take a look at is the two really big sprues here. So this is the F sprue, and this is the hangar, and you can see the interior of the ship, which is very sweet. So yeah, here's like what the inside would have looked like. Interesting. And you also have a lot of detail on this. You can see the interior, but this is not the clear hull version, so unfortunately I have to cover that up. This part is the G sprue. The G sprue has the internal connectors for the two side panels and additional side platforms for more anti-aircraft guns and their respective supports. This kit has a lot of parts, I can tell you. Here, the S sprue has the Ohka kamikaze bomb things. These are the little sprue, or the stand feet. And right here, we have an additional set of planes. Okay, so yes, this is a very, very big kit. There's going to be a lot of parts, but I think this is going to be a very interesting build. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe and share. See ya.